Alrighty guys, here we are. We're going to be doing reviews all over the place. If you missed my last video, I will link it down below where I explained, like, this is busy season. I just am running around constantly. I know I am not going to have the time / remember to sit down mid-month and to end of month, this month and next month. So I'm like literally reviewing books as I read them. So we have a non-fiction and a fiction book. So I will start off with the fiction because I have that physically here in my hands. This one is My Merry Mistake by Courtney Walsh. This is the third in a Holidays with Heart romance series. Guys, I was so looking forward to this release. We did not know this was coming. Courtney surprised us all. We were all shocked to see this was coming. And let me tell you, this book, I really enjoyed aspects of this. There are some things that I wish were just a little bit different, and we'll get into that as well. But with this book, I love seeing Rhea. I love seeing Finn. Rhea is just a character from the first two books. Obviously, they're all sisters. All three female characters are sisters. And like, Rhea is just that character that I was so intrigued in. I wanted to know so much more. Now, while her character development in this book is great, there were times where she did really irritate me. She's the type of person, I can say I am like this as well, but not to the degree Rhea is in this book. She's a planner. She needs to have control. She needs to just, know where everything's going, have everything planned out, have everything go according to plan, and like just know the ins and outs of literally everything, and like a control freak almost. And I can say I am like that a little bit. So I was able to relate to her character in that way. Also, she is always like the strong person that is there for literally everybody. And she always feels like she has to keep that kind of mentality and personality around everyone. Like, she's a strong one. And, she's there for everyone and everything else. And like, she can't have any shortcomings or failures or anything like that. So that is how Rhea is. And like I said, I can relate. But it did get to a point where I was like, Rhea, like, she also has this attitude in the beginning that I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a lot to deal with, it's a lot to handle. And like how she is with Finn, our main male character in this one, he is also a hockey player, just like Dallas and Grayson Hawk in the other two books. He's a hockey player, and like, he's joking, he's flirty, he just has this fun vibe about him. But Rhea is always like, you can't ever take him seriously because that's the kind of vibe he has going on. And Rhea is also like looking to have someone be her +1 to things, because she, obviously her sisters in the other two books, they have two hockey players that they are involved with, and Rhea is just like the one person that just comes alone to, holidays and special events and things like that. She wants someone to be able to come with her to events, but she doesn't want any kind of emotional attachment to anybody. She, like I said, she wants control, right? She doesn't want any emotional attachment, nothing like that. She doesn't think it's in the cards for her, and she ends up putting out an application for someone to be like that partner for her. And she gets resumes in, and like people are interested, and you get to see how that unfolds. I really enjoyed that aspect of it too. It irritated me, but I enjoyed it. It's very hard to put into words, but what I have to say about this book in particular, okay, Courtney Walsh is known not to write very heavy books. I would say this is one of her heaviest that I have read. I think Summer of Yes is another kind of heavy one. This one does explore grief and loss and just a tragedy that happens, and like going through all of the emotions and forgiveness and all of that stuff. It does have a heavy aspect to it, so you should know that going into it, but I did enjoy it. It was not my favorite of the series. I'm going to end up giving this one 4 stars, but I do say, guys, this has to be one of my favorite rom-com series, like, of all time. I have the first 2 books here. So the first book is My Phony Valentine. The second book is My Lucky Charm, and then here's our third book, okay? The series is complete. The 3 sisters are complete, but she does kind of give like a little hint that something else might be coming, so I'm intrigued to see if something else does come of this. But as far as like the order goes, I gave both of these books 5 stars. So I highly, highly, highly recommend the series. This one just, I don't know. I wasn't expecting Rhea to have the personality, like I was expecting the personality she had, right? Because you see in these two books that she's someone who's in control, someone who is just very driven, right? But I wasn't expecting like the attitude part of it, and that just kind of threw me for a loop a bit. But again, I really love this series. Highly recommend picking these books up. Another thing I want to say though, like obviously these have holiday themes. We have Valentine's Day, we have St. Patty's Day, and we have Christmas. We did not get the Christmas aspect of this book until like 60% of the way through. So if you're looking for like a Christmas book, may not be the best one to pick up. And as well as like the Valentine's Day, St. Patty's Day themes. They are themes in the book, but they're not like giving you all of the festive feel the entire time throughout the book, if that makes sense. They are good to read like literally whenever. So if you miss picking this up during the Christmas season, don't feel like you can't read it when it's not Christmas, because it's not overly Christmas. I hope I'm making sense, guys. I really hope I am. But that is that. Again, I highly, 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 highly recommend this series. It is absolutely amazing. In case you missed the name of the series, it's a Holidays with Heart romance series. Again, pick these books up. They are so incredibly good. I can't believe these sisters are finished. But again, she's leading us somewhere else, I believe. So there is that. We're going over to my nonfiction read, which is a Christian nonfiction called You Are Not Enough, and That Is Okay. And there's a little tagline. Let me pull it up on Goodreads so you guys get the whole title. It's You're Not Enough and That's Okay, Escaping the Toxic Culture of Self-Love by Allie Beth Stuckey. This was my first book by this author. I really enjoyed this book. I love the exploration of self-love and the culture surrounding it. She gives us a bunch of myths that she debunks, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Again, it is a Christian nonfiction, has a lot of religious elements to it, a lot of religious context to it. I really enjoyed that aspect of this book, how it referenced the Bible a lot, and how we also talk about very popular Christian pastors and how what they preach also may not be aligning with the Bible and what the Bible teaches. Guys, it was good. It was a deep dive into just our culture and this self-love movement that's going on, and how everyone's talking about self-love, and how like everyone's talking about you need to love yourself before other people love you, and this and that and this, and like, could you imagine if you had to fully 100% love yourself before someone else loved you? Like, could you imagine that? And also, like, there are aspects about yourself that you're not going to love, and that's okay. And there, like, you yourself are not enough. Like, there are so many things that I want to do on a day-to-day basis. I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good wife. I want to get so much accomplished. I want to do this. I want to do that. And like, she like talks you into reality and how you're not going to be enough for everything that you want to do. And like, you know, it's just, it's the reality of things. And I think that's what this book does such a great job of, is putting reality into focus. You are not enough, and that is okay. And then she says, but God. And oh man, like this book hit on another level. But like I said, I only ended up giving it 4 stars because I felt like there were some aspects of this that were dragged out. There were some things that I felt like weren't necessarily needed to be talked about, but she dove into a lot of different things. And I think she did that because a lot of different things can resonate for a lot of different people. And again, I highly, highly enjoyed this book. I will be putting it on my shelf. I did order it through Amazon. It will be here later today, but I was not going to wait to film this till it came in, because time around this place, you just never know. So that is the nonfiction I ended up reading, a great Christian nonfiction. Again, highly recommend, and it just gives you a new perspective and like a little reality shift and a focus on reality, which a lot of times culture and society today, I think, is not very reality focused and like realistic sometimes. And this was just like a good little reminder to stay realistic and be focused on reality and, you know, all of that good stuff. So I really enjoyed this read. So those were my 2 reads, both that one and My Merry Mistake. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. I hope you guys are enjoying these little reviews every once in a while popping up. Let me know if you plan to pick up either of these books, if you've read any of them. Let me know what your thoughts were in the comments down below. Even if they are different than mine, guys, I get it. Reading is so subjective. I will not be offended if you did not like either of these books that I really enjoyed. So leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Thanks guys for sticking with me for these reviews, and I hope you are having an awesome holiday season, getting everything you need to done, and just also getting some time to sit down, relax, and enjoy this season. Anyway guys, thank you for sticking with me for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon.